Teelee Tekken time, and we are back with another video. So as of recent, I competed in Level Up Expo. I placed top 17. And it was also my first time being on stream, so that's a major accomplishment. How I was able to place high in my tournaments is simple. I stuck with my character and dedicated solely to my character. And a lot of people still think Zafina is weak, but she has a lot of changes. First and foremost, many of Zamina's moves from Season 1 are still the same, including her heat moves. Heat is still essential to play in Tekken 8 since it is the core system of the whole game in general, which is the heat moves, which makes every character in the game very, very strong and could possibly destroy you depending on the situation. For this chapter, I wanted to just do a quick review of all of Zamina's heat moves, and majority of her heat moves she's on plus, which means it's hard hitter. So if you need a quick review of heat, just take a look at this chapter as I listed all the possible heat moves you can do with Zafina, and she's actually very stronger this season. What makes Zafina more stronger in this season 2 compared to Season 1 is her stall. So for example, her back 1+2 into Scarecrow, at first it was just a small poke. But now whenever you do that move in Season 2, she goes into her installment, which is the purple icon below her health. With Zamina's new installed, which is the little small purple icon below her health, you could basically do a whole bunch of new moves. And some of these moves causes her to do a crazy pushback. And when she has a pushback, it's really hard to close in on her because it increases her range. On top of that, when she pushes back, the opponent has no choice but to block, and they have to guess after what she's going to do next. When you gain both Zamina's install and heat, you can actually spam one of her installment moves as much as you want. But be careful not to get punished by it if your opponent sees it. In terms of Zamina's new transition to Scarecrow, her new setup, I don't care too much about it. It's only affected towards the wall, really. Movement is still very essential to this game, and Zafina still has the best backdash in the game in my opinion, because it's still her Tekken 7 backdash. Because Zafina has the potential to move very fast in the game, she also has a very fast sidestep when played very effectively, which makes her even more dangerous, including side walking. So yeah, Zamina's movement is actually very, very on point in this game. Zafina still has her 3 stances, which is Mantis, and then her other stance, which is Scarecrow. Scarecrow is still her most weakest and punishable stance in the game, but her most strong stance, in my opinion, is still Triantula, because when she goes in Triantula, the opponent has no choice but to guess. Once you become very comfortable and familiar with all 3 of Zamina's stances, you can actually shift between all 3 stances at will and either poke your opponent out or combine your stances into a major combo, which could lead you to victory. As far as punishment goes, Zamina's punishes are still the same, and when it comes to punishing, it's basically when you successfully block a certain move, then you could counter with a different move. So that's basically it. A little drawback about Zafina, however, when it comes to punishing, is her punishing is still not the best, but she goes into her stances a lot, which causes your opponent to guess. About counter hits, so counters are still very essential to this game and can actually really help you win the game in general. So basically, counter hits not only drains your opponent, but makes your attack stronger. And the more your opponent tries to swing at you or attack, you can actually counter them by handing them back. Zamina's parry is still risky, and at first I was very against it in Season 1, but they actually made her parry stronger. So when she parries, she has her little follow-up, especially during installment, which really, really hurts. And her parrying is slowly becoming my favorite move of hers, ironically. In terms of combo damage and wall carries, Zamina's combo damage in general is still not the greatest, considering Season 2, every character bout can just do like over 100 or more combo damage compared to Zafina. And the reason it's like that is because she still excels at poking and mix-ups and everything, but they had to, nerf her in some type of way to make her, quote, fair. So her combo damage isn't the best, and ironically and sadly, even when we see some other combo guides, her combos aren't always consistent, and you have to be consistent in this game to win. If you mess up, that could literally cost you the game, and you don't want that. But just be creative with it. The key to mastering Tekken in general is just being very consistent and train and master the character you love as much as possible. And it's gonna be hard, but with Zafina, it can be doable. I mean, there's a reason why I still stick with her, because I love the game. I generally love the character. And if you could really do so much with her and you do a lot, you could get extremely far in this game. And yes, people still consider her bottom tier, but she can still be effective because people rarely know or study that character. Overall, Zafina is a very fun character to me, and she can be extremely essential and viable in the game. And yeah, just have fun with Tekken in general, even though it's not in the greatest state, but I still have potential. It could be better, in my honest opinion. Well, that's it for this video and for this guide. If you need any references to other Zafina tech, you could also refer back to my season 1 guide, because there's not too many huge changes. It's mostly her installment. But other than that, just contact me, and yeah, have fun.